Hi there and welcome to another Edu Talks. My name is Eduardo Zaidental. I am an educator and this is my weekly program where I share my insights, my learnings, what I've been observing, and I share this with the spirit of Ubuntu, which is I am because you are. So it talks about interdependence. While I share my insights, this impacts you in some way and you impact others and impact me, and there we go. So welcome. I invite you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe it, and also share this content with your friends, with your family, and also check my website to know more about me. I have either in Portuguese and in English my website, so you can see all my offers and also know more about my background, and also understand better about Ubuntu leadership, and so on. So today's topic in Edu Talks is: are you a marathonist or a sprint racer? I was in the gym this morning. I'm here in São Paulo, and I was talking with an athlete, a boxer. His name is Fernando, known as Fernando Cruel. And I was sharing with him how I evolved physically, because about 2 years ago I was really in pain, struggling with my body in terms of having a lot of pain in my back. Couldn't even walk. And 2 years later, I'm in a different state. I'm in a different condition, and I was doing even some exercises that are more difficult, and he even noticed it. So we were talking about this, and he shared with me, it's amazing how our culture is focused on results, on fast results, and we don't take care of the journey with the on the process. So I bring this today, this metaphor of the marathonists, and this is an inspiration that I got from Steve Jobs some years ago, many years ago. Steve Jobs was interviewed, I believe by Fast Company, if I'm not mistaken, about the results of Apple. And he said, you know, it's pretty amazing how the results are. And he defined himself as a marathonist. He defined himself as an athlete that runs marathon rather than sprint racer. It took many years. If I recall correctly, from the time he joined again Apple on the second phase until the stocks went exponentially high, it took about 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, it takes time, it's a journey, it's a process, and I'm more a marathonist. So connecting my gym experience this morning and also this Steve Jobs interview that it's inside of me, and I never forgot this. I think the invitation for the reflection today is: are you a marathonist or a sprint racer? And my invitation actually is not or, but and. So let's be a marathonist and a sprint racer. Depending on the project, depending on the need, you need speed, you need urgency, and you need to run fast and make it happen. And there are some things, especially our dreams, our big projects, sometimes it takes time, and it's more like a marathon. You need to take care of your pace. You need to enjoy the journey, the process, so that you can get in the end. And it's more about the process and the journey rather than just the finish line. So I'm inviting us to be both, but being aware that in which moments of our lives and which domains and which projects we need to be a marathonist and which ones we need to be a sprint racer. And it's important to say that this is a polarity, and sometimes we are more used to, or it's more comfortable for us to be in one, either marathonist or sprint racer. In my case, for example, I believe that my tendency is to speed up. But all this journey in education around Ubuntu is much more a marathon. And I've been dedicated to it for 15 years, and I will say that it will take the rest of my life. But if we zoom in and I need to deliver something for a client, maybe tomorrow I need to be a sprint racer because I need to speed up. So how can I dance between these two polarities and integrate them in my daily life? So this is the reflection I want to invite you this week. Hope you like it. If you liked it, share it. Please send me comments, send me feedback. And thank you very much for listening. And I'll see you next week. Bye.